Here is information from blacktailnyc.com.
Sorry. Okay, so basically TLDR what I just said. I'm like, all right, boys, all-time classic. Not really an all-time classic because this rivalry has been founded since 2004. But AFC Wimbledon versus Milton Keynes. Notice how I put that in the graphics. Already stirring up some controversy, boys. But I was just talking about how Milton Keynes, second in the league. It's no coincidence that they are second in the league. They're just strong side, honestly. And I'm as much as I don't like them, I gotta give them credit. I really underestimated them this season. I actually had them finishing outside the top 6 of my predictions, so definitely was wrong on that one. But they have Connor Wickham starting up top instead of Eisa. Connor Wickham has spent most of his career playing as a substitute for teams like Sunderland in the Premier League, Crystal Palace, Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship, but decent striker. I don't know too much about him, but just based on his stats alone, I mean, he has a very good goal to appearance ratio, so we'll see how that goes. And then Harvey out on the left-hand side, very, very dangerous. By the way, this is just pen. I just got a bunch of pen on my fingers. Don't mind this. But how are we going to counter this, or how are we going to approach this? What formation are we going to use? Who are we playing? So 3-5-2, as we've been playing for the past few games under Mark Bowen. Callum Hennigan and Nightingale as the center back. Lee Brown's on the team sheet, but he's not playing. I just noticed that. Why are we not playing Lee Brown, especially in a just monumental game such as this one? I digress. We got Nesta Guinness-Walker playing on the left-hand side. I'd prefer to have Nesta over Osu just for this one, honestly. I'd prefer to have him. I don't know. I just... Both of them can be pretty sketchy at times on the defensive end. But I think Nesta Guinness-Walker has improved throughout the season. Well, so has Osu, actually. I mean, so has Osu. I think Osu has been more the improved player over Guinness-Walker because Paul Osu had such a low floor in the beginning of the season. I think that's the reason why. But I think all in all, NGW is a little bit more established defensively. But he can go forward as well. He can go forward and provide on the attack. Asal and Robinson on the front two positions. We've seen this for the past few games already. Asal, still a bit out of form. I mean, he played better last time out, but still a bit out of form in terms of the finishing. Had a very, very good opportunity against Sheffield Wednesday. Should have put that one away. But I don't want to hold grudges on that. I don't want to hold grudges. So we'll see how he does. Zach Robinson has a very tall task today. I mean, I was going to say against a back three. Typically when you face off against a back three, you don't have as much to worry about as a striker. But, I mean, the back three of Milton Keynes is actually fairly strong. You got Lewington, who's been around since the dawn of time, really. Darling and O'Hora pretty much starting almost every game, if not every game for Milton Keynes. So very established back three got there. And it's going to be a tall task, certainly, but I think this is the time for Zach Robinson to shine and to truly show his mettle, because I do think he has potential as a hold-up kind of striker. Again, we really haven't seen his capability as a finisher, but this is the game where we really need him to bring players into the play. Not drop deep like Ollie Palmer used to do, but to hold it up at the top of the 18, or maybe to take one or two touches in to set himself up for a shot, because he does have that potential. He does have that pace on the ball, not only off the ball, but on the ball. He does have some pretty good pace, so hopefully he can create something for himself, or bring other players into the play. That being said, George Marsh is starting as well. Marsh, Woodyard, and Rodoni in the center mid positions, and I've given my 2 cents on how I feel about Rodoni as a center mid, not a cam, not a winger, not a right attacking mid, left attacking mid, as a center mid, and I think he does thrive on that role. I really do think he does. But that being said, we are underway here.
Playing the best style of football, but we're all together, and I think that game you mentioned at Luton, I think that showed our togetherness.
I'm not playing the away commentary. Oh wait, no, actually,
for the Dons who've got
kind of curious to know how it's going to be like.
Over on the far side.
Just to reiterate one change then from the side that beat Crewe.
Nah, I don't want to listen to. I know I like to listen to away commentary, but not for this one. Nah, not for this one.
Will Nightingale gets to it. Now to Marsh, back to Nightingale, and to Ayuba Sal. It's being held back.
Ooh, nice turn there by Nesta.
And that's a free kick to the Dons. What did you make of that one early on? He's going to be competitive, isn't it? Marsh, back to Nightingale, and to Ayuba Sal. It's being held back there.
Set up the scoreboard real quick. Or the timer.
Into the second minute of this game. Nesta Guinness-Walker standing over this one. Set pieces will be crucial for the Dons here.
0-0-1.
Stoppage in play. The referee has a word.
Okay.
The players
Let's
over
do
on
this,
the
boys.
far side
Let's
of the
fucking do
box.
this.
There's a tall men are there. The Ben Hennigan, Will Nightingale, Paul Callambai, Rodoni's there as well. Asau just on the edge of the box.
Alright, so already we got a free kick here early on for AFC Wimbledon. For Nesta to take of all people, he's going to be throwing this outswinger. Well, that's a good ball actually. Hennigan tried to get his head on it, but it deflected. And it was whipped in with pace.
The opposition under pressure here. Set pieces are going to be crucial for Wimbledon this afternoon, aren't they, Anthony? It's the delivery, it's got to really count.
It is, yeah. Nesta putting a good ball there.
Is that?
Pick out Hannigan. Will was in there as well. A couple of big lads in there, so hopefully we can get a few more of them.
I was going to say, is that the guy from 9 Years TV commentating? That'd be interesting.
Nesta Guinness-Walker down towards the corner.
Another good ball from Nesta. Oof.
Callambai over to the far side.
He's whipping these in. Over everyone's head though.
Wimbledon inside the first 2.5 minutes. It's Saturday afternoon here, spring-like Saturday afternoon here at Plough Lane.
Alright, there we go.
WDON on your iFollow Dons. Cornell and summarising this afternoon, Anthony Wordsworth.
Oh, Anthony Wordsworth.
Well, it's going to be a lively afternoon, isn't it?
Interesting. I haven't heard that name in a bit.
Over there as well, just
Anthony Wordsworth in the commentary booth. Very good facilitator. Oh. Here we go. Lewington is getting some. Oh, one of the fans threw the ball at Lewington. Lewington's just standing there on the touchline, and the assistant referee is trying to get in between them. Dude, the fans are livid right now. Oh, I fucking love this. I fucking love this. Here we go. Now, they might be saying one or two things that might not be too nice. Probably some personal things that I don't approve of, but other than that, you know, some shithousery. Say like, you're a shit bastard, fuck you, you know, stuff like that. That'd be cool. Oof, this is heating up already, man. This is really gonna heat up. Here we go. Alright, AFC Wimbledon getting stuck in a few challenges so far early in the first few minutes of the game. I'm trying to look at the first 5 minutes. This is going to be good, man. This is going to be good.
First touch of the ball for the opposition at the moment.
You get a long ball here from Darling, and Nightingale was able to win it over Wickham in the physicality department.
This one down. Over on the far side now.
Yeah, Wickham holding it up here, though. Nicely done. Ben Hennigan.
And Marsh just tidies up at the back, plays it back to Zanev. Of course, there's a few players out there this afternoon, Anthony, that you'll know all about. Used to train and play with them every week for the Dons, yeah?
Yeah, there's plenty of familiar faces out there.
Robinson on the hold-up. All right. It's by a few men.
Like CIO get on the ball a little bit more. He's making some good runs. Just need to find them.
Yes, indeed. Nesta Guinness-Walker now tries to do just that.
Whoa. Guinness-Walker to a Sal. Sal's going to try to take on a Hora. Hora pokes it away, but not out for a throw. And that was a really good turn there. It was kind of a chip little through ball over to Asal, and then Asal was initially had his back to goal, but then he kind of just let his body, or let it pass his body and spun out.
So, showing promise, Asal, of course, been away with Morocco previously, but looks like he's going to be committing himself to England in the future. But at the moment, his mind is very much on helping Wimbledon here this afternoon. Throw into the Dons. Nesta Guinness-Walker.
Long throw for NGW. Headed out. NGW back on the ball here. He's been whipping some good balls in. He's going to play it through here for Woodyard. That was a weak effort there by Wood, or a weak cross by Woodyard with his left foot. Cleared away.
It's just about kept in play. Finally, it does roll out of play. George Marsh chasing that one down.
I'm gonna be hyper focused on this game. Like I am going. Come on, the real Dons. Who are the real Dons? Who are the real Dons? Who are the real Dons? Okay. I'm gonna put a drum roll for this one. Who are the real Dons? Zanev, get that one away. Okay. Oh, come on, Robinson. Get on that. Nicely done. Look like Darling tried to head it towards Lewington, square header, but Zach Robinson got on that one, and Lewington just got in a challenge, and it went off of Zach Robinson. How do you spell? How do you pronounce that? McKickren, number 16. I don't even know. McKickren. Anyway, AFC Wimbledon in possession here.
Did tremendously well, of course, the other night after the tackle went in from Ryan Innes and got that red card. You did fear for him at one stage then. It got up.
Oh, Nightingale getting in the challenge there. Or Woodyard. Let's go. That was Kessler Hayden, who had a very poor first touch after a clearance there by AFC Wimbledon. And he commits the foul. The header initially there from, yeah. He just lost track of the ball there. And free kick here for AFC Wimbledon. Come on. If you see me yawning, it's because I'm tired, bro. I woke up at like 6:30. But here we go. Again whipped in with pace, but this time it wasn't put with enough height. It was headed away. Rudoni nods it back in. Hennigan. Offside anyway on Ben Hennigan. As he steered a header towards goal, just, looping header over the bar there. Stoppage in play here at the moment for one of the opposition, but just gives us a chance to have a word with that. Obviously, he's a new manager coming in, but now's not. I'm just switching the commentary just for a little bit. I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
22 without a win to start. You wouldn't imagine wanting this side to play pretty football. Troy Parrott takes it, and a lovely ball forward towards Harvey. He's got.
Aye. That was a good ball from, they call them AFC. Oh my, no. I'm switching back. I'm switching back. Nope. They just refer to us as AFC. I can't be mad because I'm referring to JaggyDons and Milton Keynes, to be fair. But anyway. It was a through ball over the top there by Parrott. Little chip through ball, and Henry Lawrence got there first over Harvey and just put his body in the way and drew the foul there from Harvey. So nicely done from PK. Well, there you go, Rudy putting the press, and Woodyard's going to be helping out, but what? Nah, he went down easy there, Coventry. He knew Woodyard was coming, so he went down as soon as Woodyard put a freaking finger on him.
You're in the commentary box as well, aren't you?
You franchise bastards, you know what you are.
Quite an atmosphere here this afternoon as well, though. Really charged up. Another stoppage in play at the moment, though. Free kick over on the far side for the opposition. Finally, now this free kick will be taken. Ball goes in now.
Whoa, it's a decent free kick there.
Bodies in the box as well. We'll need to get this one clear.
Yeah, Darling tried to win the header. Hennigan won it, but then he went down to ground. Darling kicked at him for like 3, 4, 5 times trying to poke the ball away from Hennigan, but Hennigan just had his ball. He was just laying there, just taking it. And foul there from, well, yeah. Dude, my commentary is going to be so lackadaisical and like, for the first like 20 minutes or so. I'm just still trying to wake up here. But, I mean, the rivalry alone should be enough to wake me up because it's so much hatred. Oh, nicely done by Henry Lawrence to steer it down to Redoni. It was a good header there. And back to Henry Lawrence. Yeah, just going to reset.
Just playing it along the back line now from Hennigan over to Nightingale. Nightingale to Guinness Walker. Trying to move it around, get some shape there, aren't they, Anthony?
They've done well there, switched it from right to left, got the ball out here to Nesta. Good bit of football.
Alright, results are in the league. Let me take a look at that. Let me keep an eye on that.
Someone who really get this fixture here this afternoon as well. Will Nightingale really does epitomise everything about AFC Wimbledon, doesn't he?
He does. It looks like he's been looking forward to this one for a while.
New 3.5-year deal as well for Will Nightingale, committed to the club recently again. And
that 3.5-year deal, I love Willie to bits, but a 3.5-year deal, a bit much actually. As you know, he's been kind of spotty, a little bit inconsistent this season, but I can't be too upset though. Will, you know, he loves this club. He's gonna die for the badge. He's gonna run through brick walls for this club. So I can't, like, I love him to bits, but hopefully, I gave him a lot of praise last season as he was very much improved. This season, you know, it's been in and out of form, but hopefully we'll see the better end of that 3.5-year deal for Will Nightingale. Ooh, some pressure being put on there. Oh, Hora. But he deals with it well. Okay, knocking it around here. Harvey on the ball now. Flicks it back for Twine. Okay, they're just knocking it around. MK. Ball over the top here. Oh! Zanev, get up! Okay. That's a ball over the top there to Kessler Hayden, and he tried to chip Zanev, and he ended up slipping Nick Zanev as he was backpedaling. But thankfully that wasn't on target, and Zanev was able to just get back up to his feet and collect it. Zanev has had some trouble throughout the season with chips. There have been, I think, maybe 4 or 5 that have gone over his head. You know, the Cole Stockton goal from halfway, the chip over the top from Akin Fenwa with that game against Wickham. He's had a bit of trouble with those.
Really kicked on another one who's committed to Wimbledon, a new contract for him.
Yeah, he's done well. He's an absolute unit. They look comfortable with the back three there.
Oh my god. I'm yawning all over the place. 1-1 Lincoln Wigan. 1-0 Ipswich Shrewsbury. Other than that, nothing really to talk about. Fleetwood and Accrington, I'm keeping a hawk eye on. I think Fleetwood is going to be the team that we really need to make sure that we place over, especially since we are going to be playing them. I mean, they have a game in hand against us, but we'll see. Ooh, square ball. Oh, that square ball was partially botched, but they clear their lines, MK. Redoni coming back to help.
What do you make of Jack Redoni? He looks a real talent, doesn't he, Anthony?
I remember, I think I've told you before, the first day he ever come over to train with us, I went to see the manager and said, you've got to get this boy involved. We've done 1v1s and he tore me to pieces, to be honest. I was trying to defend against him.
I Nice. Anthony Wordsworth has been advocating for JaggyDons ever since day one.
9 goals for him as well this season at the moment, and of course with
yeah, JaggyDons slowed down a little bit in terms of the goal production. He started off the season, I think, first 15 games or so with 6 goals, and then he scored 3 in the next 25 or so. So slowed down a little bit in terms of the production, but he's always a threat in terms of the facilitating, in terms of the 1v1s, and getting into the final third. Can't say enough about JaggyDons. He's my favorite player. Ayub Assal certainly up there, though, as a hotly contested second. This man just plays with so much grit and determination and fight.
Done by Hennigan over on the far side in the sunshine there. How to play again. Callenby retrieves it. Know the urgency here. They've really got to move to get things forward here at times and take their opportunities when they can. Callenby now winds up for a big throw down the touchline. Tries to find Robinson.
Nice header won there by Robinson. JaggyDons spins out ahead of McEachran defending. Hey! And McEachran draws the foul there. Nicely done. Robinson to win the header initially off the throw in. I'm gonna look back at that. Who was he defended by? He was defended by Lewington of all people too. He won the header over Lewington. And nicely done JaggyDons just to fake that he was gonna take a touch and then just kind of faked his momentum and then just spun out. And McEachran couldn't catch up with him, drew the foul. Yeah, I know he does. But I still like him because, you know, he's just such a fiery kid, you know, plays with a lot of intensity and passion. But yeah, he has certainly missed some chances as of late. Here we go. Nestigatus Walker's been... Callenby goes to ground. I want to see what happened there. Yeah, it goes down a little easy, but a little shove there from, I think that was Parrott? No. Harvey. Just a little bit of a shove. Not too much there, and Paul Callenby went down a little easy. It's just standard with, you know, heated games such as this one. But Nestigatus Walker, like I said, has whipped in a couple of really good balls in the box. Can he do it again? Back post, great ball. Ooh, punched away by the keeper. Oh, Woodyard! Yes! Come on! Headed away, not fully away. Woodyard gets the volley in. It looked to me like it partially deflected, but it didn't take enough fizz out of the ball. And the keeper just rooted to the spot there. He didn't know where to go. Come on! Alex Woodyard running to the fans on the side. Screaming, man. Alex Woodyard, say what you want about him as a captain, but Alex Woodyard, one of those players who also plays with a lot of fight, grit, and determination. And AFC Wimbledon on the score sheet here. Keeper punched it away. Ayub Assal tried to put it back into the box. It was headed away there by, I think that was Parrott who headed it away. And then you see, first time, Alex Woodyard driving the volley low and hard. It got partially deflected, took a little bit of the fizz out of the ball, but somehow found its way through all the Milton Keynes defenders. AFC Wimbledon on the score sheet here. Can't celebrate too early, though, as we do have a bit of a tendency to not to drop off right away, not to get content per se, but as the game draws on, you know, a little bit of shakiness in the mental fortitude aspect of things, and you know, a couple of mistakes here and there, a couple of times switching off defensively. So hopefully we will be seeing some consistency. But you know, as it stands right now, AFC Wimbledon 1, Milton Keynes 0. Trying to get the scoreboard up, but I can't seem to be doing so. This has been going on for like, what, 20 minutes almost? Oh, shit, dude. I thought I was back. No wonder why my viewership, like, decreased. Oh, fuck. My bad, boys. So, basically, all you need to know, past 15 minutes or so, really not much to talk about. Okay, Ayub Assal in the press. Not much to talk about except for Wimbledon just exhibiting some very good defensive shape. And MK really don't have an answer for this. Yeah, they're passing it around a lot, MK, and Wimbledon are not high pressing, but they're pressing anytime MK take a heavy touch or they get it out wide, they double up. And they're just doing fantastic right now in the defensive shape. Yeah, sorry for that, guys.
Plays it back to Nightingale and now back to Zanev. Really impressed with how Wimbledon have kept possession here this afternoon.
Yeah, plays brilliant football. Just think at times we're slowly.
I realized that when I restarted my stream earlier, I pressed start recording instead of start streaming, and I didn't realize that.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's a very lot
Oh
of
my God.
young players there.
But unfortunately, there is no way you can watch it for free. You do have to subscribe to iFollow streaming service. If you do follow a championship side or Premier League side, then that's a different story.
Side of the game, just being a little bit clever, isn't it? Wimbledon now with just about 3 minutes of regulation time left in this first half, leading by a goal to nil through Alex Woodyard. Stoppage in play over on the far side. Back underway again here now. The opposition really having to think about what they're going to do this afternoon at the moment, which is a credit to how Wimbledon have set up, because there is no way through for them at the moment. It's those two banks of players, as Woody said here, that Wimbledon are doing such a good job of frustrating and forcing them to switch play yet again, just playing it along the back line.
Message redacted, yeah. Well, I got it fixed, boys. Now I got my viewers back. My bad on that one. Yeah, but thankfully not much has really happened in the last 15 minutes or so. In terms of who has been notable so far this half, I gotta say Zach Robinson, man. He's kind of slowed down a little bit in the last 10-15 minutes. He's also lost out on the physicality battles a little bit against the likes of Lewington and Darling, but first 20 minutes he was giving them some absolute hell. You know, winning several headers, holding the ball up, making it very difficult. That being said, Darling's going to win it over Jack Redoni, and now MK are passing it around once again. They've been pretty slow in possession, MK, and I really thought that a few of them were going to get it and try to get him behind, but the off-the-ball runs have been lacking a little bit too, and when they have been on, AFC Wimbledon have recovered and tracked back defensively to be able to nullify the threats. So yeah, it's looking very positive, to say the least, so far. And off the ball run here once again by Twine. He has to check up his run as the ball was not a very good one. It was chest height, and thankfully, yeah, Callum Baye and Henry Lawrence doubling up on him, and Henry Lawrence is shielding it out all the way.
How much time's going to be added on at the end of this first half? There's been a few stoppages, not too many though. But a really creditable first half performance from Wimbledon here.
You know what you are.
Zanev now sends this goal kick forward over into bright sunshine over on the far side into the sizable figure Robinson.
Attaboy, Zach. Zach tried to take a touch towards his right foot, but it's out for a throw-in off of the goal kick from Zanev.
Be added on at the end of this first half, the first half that Wimbledon have done tremendously well in their bid for survival.
Hey.
Here this afternoon,
Yep.
leading by Alex Woodyard's goal. 3 added minutes. It's going to be 3 added minutes at the end of this half as well.
It's gonna be a free kick for AFC Wimbledon in their own half.
Really disciplined, organised performance here. Of course, it's about 90 minutes. They've got to come out and they've got to come out with the game plan. As you say, the times they've got to be clever as well.
There you go, Robinson. Ah, he got a very good first touch, but then he ended up getting dispossessed.
Into 3 minutes of added on time here now. And,
Hey! Hey! I gotta rewind a little bit because I want to see what happened there. Foul committed there by Jack Redoni. Yeah, maybe goes to ground a little easy there, Coventry. And then Ayuba Sal was shielding it away from fucking O'Hara. And then O'Hara's like, get the fuck out of my way. O'Hara's gonna he's gonna get on the book. Okay, let's go. Ayuba Sal there, drawing the foul. Attaboy Ayub. Yeah, Ayub was just shielding the ball for like a second or two, and O'Hara just got pissed and just shoved him aside. Yeah. I don't know if it's enough for a yellow, because well, to be fair, Ayub was being a bit of a shithouse right there and just trying to shield it out, prevent O'Hara from playing it quick. But yeah, both of them are gonna go in the book here. Hell yeah, dude! I saw Gillingham were losing, but Morecambe, I did not see that. Fleetwood are up though, unfortunately. I was talking about how Fleetwood are the team that we need to drop points, as we are going to be playing them later on. But I mean, Morecambe, I certainly welcome a Morecambe loss. That's for sure. Ooh. Coventry now plays it square. Oh, cannot find a way through, but here they are now. Kessler Hayden, yep, doubling up there as Ayub Assal helping out. And Neskinus Walker blocks the cross. Nicely done there by Ayub Assal to recognize the threat and get back defensively. I'm extremely satisfied with the way AFC Wimbledon are playing. I mean, first 15 minutes, they've actually had the better end of the possession. Maybe not too much, probably like 55-60% possession. But they've been taking care of the ball, too. They haven't been playing it around emptily. You know, in the movement in the final third has been fantastic. And, you know, they really got at the defense of MK and really put them on their heels. Last 20-25 minutes, played defensively for the most part, but very defensively sound and disciplined. And, you know, MK really had no answer. You know, the off-the-ball movement from MK was lacking a little bit too as well. I'm a little bit surprised. I think it was because, you know, since we've been sitting back and having a very low line, not a very high line, you know, MK really didn't have too many opportunities to find those runs off the ball. Because, you know, if you try to make a run off the ball and receive a through ball with a team that's playing a very low line, you're going to run the risk of having the ball trickle out for a goal kick. And so MK were just trying to possess and knock it around a little bit, and they just couldn't find any answers. And a couple of times when they did try to play the likes of Twine and Parrott, you know, we've been tracking back defensively, doubling up on the likes of Twine and Harvey when they make those runs forward. And very defensively sound in that first half, I got to say. So let's see if they can just continue to keep that defensive solidity and defensive shape. And I don't think we're gonna sit back. I don't think it's the right play to park the bus per se, but I think we're gonna be seeing AFC Wimbledon prioritize the defense, and definitely a far cry from what we've seen under Mark Robinson. High press all the time, and high line, you know, that sort of thing. Very, very sketchy. So, like what I'm seeing right now, and hopefully the Dons can take it forward into the second half, taking in stride. That being said, I'll be back after these short messages.
Find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. This is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet. Hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. You can have it all, watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella loved. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart. Yeah, I won't stop charging me, go and come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words. And there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels right. There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. See
kayak company because you love the ocean, not spreadsheets. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description.
My fingers and I do this to make a living. We're too busy to do taxes.
I love doing taxes for self-employed people. You can hand those off to me.
Yeah, but can I hand them off without using my hands?
We can arrange that. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it.
A veteran of great escape from the past. Anthony Wordsworth back with us. He's just been mixing with the fans at half time as well. Really good to see. Anthony, big second half ahead here.
Gonna change the timer once again. Henry Lawrence already with that. Whew! Had a little bit too much crushed pepper. I was eating ham and cheese croissant and I put too much crushed pepper. It's kind of hot. Oh, some pressure here being put on by AFC Wimbledon. Do I think MK will go up? From an unbiased perspective, actually tough to say because Rotherham are a decent side, but they fell out of form as of late. From an unbiased perspective, hate to say this, yes, I do think they do. Whether they go up from the top 2 or from the playoffs, that's another question altogether. I think they will finish second. But if they do end up in the playoffs, I actually think they lose. And if I think my personal opinion, I think it's gonna be Sheffield Wednesday getting promoted from the playoff spots. Oh, there you go, Hennigan. Yeah, they tried to play a through ball inside the 18-yard box to Wickham, but he didn't have good position, and he tried to take a shot on. And Hennigan got in the block. Oh, shit. There's a long ball in forward for Twine, and Callum Bye just kind of slipped. I follow. What are you doing? Unfortunately, there isn't a way to watch free, because League 1 and below, you have to watch it through iFollow. You have to subscribe. They switch it over to Kessler Hayden. Ah, why are we giving him that much time? There's a shot on, and it was collected by Nick Zanev. Woodyard just kind of tracked back a little bit too far and allowed him some space to shoot. He thought Kessler Hayden was going to take a heavy touch inside the 18, but Kessler Hayden just a square ball from the right side, took a touch to himself, and then took a shot on. My brother's a steward at the game. He has curly hair. Nice. I would love to be a steward for this game right now. I would love to watch the game, but imagine being a steward for this game. I've been looking at MK and I don't know. They started Wickham and Ace has been... Yeah, I don't know why they did. But, you know, plenty of experience Wickham has. Anyway, I'm 10 seconds behind here. Don't mind me. We tried to play it through to Wickham, but it was deflected there by Nightingale. Counter-attack possibility? No. They got numbers back, MK. poor first touch by George Marsh as he tried to take it behind him, but it went forward and dispossessed. Or he tried to take it forward with the first touch, but it went behind, rather. Good press here by Wimbledon, but it's going to be McEachran. Tries to lay it off out wide to Harvey. Nicely done there by AFC Wimbledon to see that one out. Good press. Nicely done. Zach Robinson to put the pressure on, too. Coming up from behind and forcing McEachran to take a touch out to the left. And then he just kind of had an errant pass, so. Good press. High boot. Having Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't know if that's a cereal that they sell over. They sell this kind of cereal. I don't know if they sell Cinnamon Toast Crunch specifically. The brand. In the UK. Ole! Wait. It's a corner, never mind. Will Nightingale, he headed it up straight up in the air, and then Darling tried to come in, and he was hanging on the crossbars. He was trying to go for the header, but it was out. It's going to be out for a corner here. Terrible corner. Oh, not the best clearance though from George Marsh. Straight to the feet of Coventry. Puts it back in the box. Over the head of everyone's head though. Yeah, that was a rare mistake there from George Marsh. Usually when he gets a clearance off, he gets a good amount of distance on it. With his left foot, just kind of hit it straight at Coventry. Come on, boys. See this one out. I was going to say, why does Harvey have so much time on the left, but then Zach Robinson immediately sprinted over to him. Turned by Twine. Wickham plays it out wide. Good shape, good shape. Immediately a Sal presses as soon as it goes to the outside. Kessler Haley, is that his name? Kessler Hayden. Good defensive shape there by Wimbledon, doubling up on him the whole time. He tried to take it down the line, Kessler Hayden, but Nessiganis Walker followed him the whole way through. A few people were a bit surprised with the substitution of Paul Ossio, and were surprised NGW was getting the start. But I personally was kind of happy that he got the start over Ossio. Just a little bit more established defender in terms of tracking runs and just overall having good defensive shape. Better defensive shape than the beginning of the season. Same with Ossio, really, but I think, Nessiganis Walker has a higher ceiling as a defensive outside back. And he's been doing extremely well, Nessiganis Walker. Again, I would have liked to see Lee Brown, but I think Nessiganis Walker's been fantastic. And that's not to say that he's not providing on the attacking end either, because Nessiganis Walker has been whipping some damn good balls into the box. You know, with his left foot, whipping it towards the back post. He's actually been taking some of the set pieces too, and on the free kicks and the corner kicks, he's whipping it with pace towards that back post, not over everyone's head. There was only, I think, maybe 1 out of 5 or 6 balls he's lumped into the box that went over everyone's head. The other ones have been picturesque.
Because of course it started for you as a junior with Wimbledon, didn't it, back in the 90s?
Oh. That boy Zanev. Sweeper keeper from Zanev as a through ball was intended for Harvey. We better keep this clean sheet though, because I'm not sure if we're going to get a second goal. I think we've kind of slowed down a little bit on the attacking end. Defensively, still doing what we need to do. Ooh, Rudy's going to press the keeper here. Rudy! Oh! Oh, dude, that went under. Rudy jumped for it, kind of, and it went under his boot, and the clearance was, thankfully for MK, fell straight to the center mid, as that was not a good clearance at all from the keeper. They tried to switch the play, though, to Kessler Hayden, way over his head. Scott Twine just completely booting it over his head. I'm almost done, I promise. Hey! Foul from Kessler Hayden on Zach Robinson. He's been an absolute... Zach Robinson and Nessiganis Walker are 2 best players this game so far. By no stretch of the imagination. Henry Lawrence has been up there too. Henry Lawrence takes a couple touches to his right foot still, but cut inside. Tried to play it square, but it was cleared away. Nice header there by Guinness Walker, steering it towards Asal. Defended by O'Hora on the left. Nicely done, Asal. Takes it with pace. Oh! Try to whip it in there. It was a half cross, half shot, and just ahead of Zach Robinson, who tried to poke it home, but nothing doing. There you go, Asal. It was nicely done, too, by Nessiganis Walker to save that one from going out. Kind of stretch his neck to win the header and knot it down there for Ayub Asal. Yeah, I don't think we need to change anything, although it'd be nice to... Don't switch it to a back 3, but switch it to a back 5. And then... Yeah, I don't think we need to change anything. Actually, the only defender we have currently is Lee Brown. That is the only defender we have on our substitutes, so... Long throw. Darling tried to get a header, but it just skimmed past. Here we go. Come on, Nesta. Take it forward. He's actually going to play it forward. Kessler Hayden is on that one. Oh, well. Results. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Oh, okay. Here we go. Ace is coming on now. Yeah, Wickham has been a non-factor, really. He's been, you know, we've been keeping him at bay, like whenever he's held the ball up. The likes of Hennigan and Nightingale have been holding him up pretty well, and at times getting a few pokes of the ball ahead of him. And yeah, he's gonna be coming off for Eisa. Yeah, Eisa's dangerous, man. He's fairly quick. and decent finisher. So also Kessler Hayden coming off. Honestly, the two players that I would have substituted if I were MK's manager as well. So let's see if we can hold these players off. It's going to be Corbeau as well coming on. Corbeau gave us some major problems the first time we played them this season. And already a through ball over the top intended for Eisa. He's off, no? Surely. Attaboy Kalambai. Looked to me like he was throwing goal, but he had to check up his run as he did kind of overran the ball a little bit. And Kalambai got ahead of him and just drew the foul. Kalimbai's been defending pretty well. I gotta say, you know, he's been up and down this season when he has started. He had a very good game. He had a poor game against Doncaster. That was the first one I went to live. But then he had a great game against Wigan, coming up and making last-ditch challenges and positioning himself defensively pretty well. He's been up and down, playing well so far this game though.
Striker for Wimbledon, so much on his shoulders this afternoon in the absence of Sam Cosgrove as well, who actually is just going up for a warm-up along the touchline.
Here's Corbeau here on the right.
Good to see him back there, and the experience of Lee Brown as well. So there is a little bit of experience for Wimbledon to call upon. Perhaps they'll need that in the closing stages, Woody.
Yeah, absolutely. If it gets down to the last 10-15 minutes.
Come on. Center back Darling just gave him too much time. Rodoni was sitting back a little bit. And then as soon as Rodoni realized he was taking a touch, as Darling faked the pass to the outside and then just took a heavy touch forward. It's too late. Rodoni wasn't in position. I think Rodoni's got to get in position earlier there. Just get goal side of him. He was like, you know, 4 or 5 yards to the side of Darling there, and he committed the foul. He was trying to prevent a square ball from going to the other side, but he just should have positioned himself better, I feel. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh. Flags up anyway. Yeah, Hennigan won the header anyway, and the flag went up. Looked to me like it was going to be a header directed towards goal from Darling there, but he was in an offside position. Very high line being held by AFC Wimbledon. Fleetwood's still 1-0 up. If they can drop points, this would be massive. Andrew Lawrence takes a couple touches towards the center. Charlton 1-0 Rotherham. Oh. Rotherham have not been in good form. Okay form going into this one, but yeah, 2 draws. And now, yeah, well, 2 draws, 2 losses, yeah. They lost to Shrewsbury, of all teams, 3-0. Damn. And a red card. Oh, Sal. Quick feet. Let's go, Sal. Corner kick, come on, no? Yeah, corner. Attaboy, Sal. Look at that. Dude, Ayuba Sal shrugged off like 4 different players. I gotta rewind there just to see exactly what happened. Throw in down the line from PK. Header by Lewington went straight inside the box. Ayuba Sal was able to take a touchdown and hold off two players, Coventry and one of the other center backs who were trying to poke it home. Asal was just, you know, dribbling, quick feet, and he won the corner there. Ayuba Sal, nicely done. Fleetwood 1-1. Yes, come on. Come on. Come on, Accrington. I'm an Accrington Stanley fan for the day. Come on. Back post, here we go. Dude, if AFC Wimbledon can hold this result, this is going to be massive. Come on. Gillingham are still losing against Wickham. Everyone behind the ball here for AFC Wimbledon. They get it out wide to Corbeau. He's going to take it towards the center. 2, 3 touches. Asal still on the press, though. No foul, no foul. Nothing on that. Good shit, Asal. Corbino was complaining about a pulling of the shoulder, but nothing there. Come on, Rodoni. Ah, just one touch too many. It's going to be a goal kick for MK Dons. Yeah, nobody was in the box. We tried to take an extra touch, but that touch took him away from him, and it went out for a goal kick. All right, Maka, man. We haven't seen Maka in a few games. Here we go. He's going to be coming on as a substitute for Ayub Asal. Should we... Yeah, I mean, I was going to say I don't think we should take Asal off, but to be fair, every player's doing their bit, so it's kind of a tough task to say who should come on, who should come off. But does that mean we're going to be playing one up top now? Are we playing a one up top now? 5-4-1 perhaps? Or are we going to see Rodoni play as a makeshift striker? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we're playing a 5-4-1. But Rodoni's actually playing centrally, and looked like Robinson was out wide for a second there, defensively. Rodoni dropping deep. Good first touch. Marsh now is going to switch the play. It wasn't a switch per se. It was like a 15-yard square ball to Henry Lawrence. Good ball. Come on, Maka. First touch got away from him, but he's still got time. Play back to Nesta. Come on. Nesta, first time ball. Yes. Headed away. Good work there from Wimbledon. Good football. It's just the first touch there from Luke McCormick just kind of took him away from the play a little bit. And a boy, Marsh. Get stuck in. What? What? There's a square ball there from the right mid. And Corbino, his first touch was a quick one. He tried to play it over. There's not a foul. George Marsh put the tackle in. He didn't win the ball per se, but the ball bounced off of Marsh as he put the challenge in, as Corbino tried to get a pass off. And he followed through. Maybe it's because of the high boot, I think. I think maybe if you're looking at the high boot, yeah, it's a foul. But, I don't know. It could go either way there. He's going to go on the book there. I think that's a bit harsh. I think it should be a foul and nothing more. Nonetheless, though, we move. Ooh, high press there from Maka. But then now AFC Wimbledon are sitting back, all 11 men behind the ball. Hey! Darling tried to play Harvey square, and just, that ball was like 4 yards ahead of him. I'm sorry, that was Lewington. That was a good 4 yards. Not 4 yards. 2 yards ahead of him, but Harvey was trying to check back while Lewington was trying to play the through ball. Square through ball. If that makes any sense. Square ball that's like a few yards ahead of the man. Oh, good first touch there from Zach Robinson to get away from trouble. As George Marsh initially won that one. Come on, hold your line, or hold the line, come on. Doncaster 2-0 over Crewe, I don't think that's going to matter much. Actually, no. Doncaster still mathematically in the relegation fight. I would rather have Crewe draw, or I would rather have a Crewe win or a draw, but we'll see. And ball! Oh, come on. I think we might start seeing long balls from MK. I did not think that we would see this. I did not think AFC Wimbledon were going to have a vice-like grip of the game as they have been holding on to like this. 0 answers. 0 from Milton Keynes. And that's what you like to see. That's what you like to see. Corbino on the right-hand side. Just, yeah, they keep playing it back to their center backs, MK. That's what we like to see. I don't want to speak too soon, obviously, but... Yeah, all the way back to the center back again. Oh, my God. This is lovely. I love what I'm seeing here. They're playing like AFC Wimbledon have played against the likes of like Boreham Wood and you know, a couple other games in the middle of the season where you just pass it around without any sort of conviction or confidence. Dropping deep here is Radoni, and then Woodyard immediately switches it over to Henry Lawrence. Look at that from Paul Kalambai, overlapping run. He doesn't get played though. Henry Lawrence takes it down the center. Radoni. Hey! Nah. Clean tackle there. Good off the ball movement. Fantastic off the ball movement here from AFC Wimbledon though. Even Paul Kalambai joining in the mix. But we did have Alex Woodyard dropping deep just in case the counterattack was made. So we did have that cover. That support. Henry Lawrence loses the ball there over Parrott. But MK just immediately play it back off the press. The thing under Mark Bowen is that he's been teaching us when to press and when not to press. And we've been pressing in the right moments every time. Attaboy Marsh! Heavy touch from Corbineau, and he immediately gets in the sliding challenge. That's what I said. Knowing when and when not to press. George Marsh has already gotten stuck in a few challenges so far this game. A 1-2 played between Nessiganis-Walker and Jack Radoni. Nessiganis-Walker's going to play back to Radoni just ahead of him. Just ahead of Radoni there. And Woodyard tried to get stuck in to try to win the ball back and create a second chance, but it was cleared away. It's all AFC Wimbledon, boys. I never thought I'd say this. It's all AFC Wimbledon right now. Come on. I'm just mouthing the AFC Wimbledon chant right now. Parrott gets played through by Twine. Cross comes in, back post. Nobody's there. Corbineau actually wasn't in the box, but he receives possession. Corbineau, left-footed. Plays it back to the center mid here. McEachran. Oh, Eisa holding it up here inside the 18. Takes it back out. Nicely done from Nightingale to force him back out. Cross comes in, though, from Corbineau. Parrott doubled up here as Woodyard presses alongside Lawrence. No foul there. Attaboy, come on. Counter-attack opportunity, maybe. Zach Robinson, come on. Take it forward. Oh, he switches the... Oh, that was a good idea. Try to switch it over to NGW. But O'Hora got there just in time. Had that gotten over to NGW, he would have been through on goal. So far, we really have been keeping... Oh, Zach Robinson's down hamstring. I was writing some notes, but... Ah, shit. I want to see what happened. It was just a non-contact injury, I'm pretty sure, as Robinson was going forward. I'm trying to see the moment that he went down. Oh. When he played... I think it was when he played the pass, he landed on his foot wrong and really just pulled his muscle. That's going to be a big loss, boys. That's going to be a huge loss. I never thought I would say this because Zach Robinson, you know, came in against Lincoln, first appearance of the season. But he really has worked his way into the side and really has stood out as a very good hold-up striker, but also one that can break for pace. He's not like a statue like Cosgrove or, you know, Ollie Palmer. A little bit more athletic than Sam Cosgrove, but still would drop deep a lot and wouldn't really see him creating his own... Morecambe equalized and then they conceded right after. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. Cambridge are still winning here. Sheffield Wednesday, that's a huge, huge goal from Story here as they're up 1-0 against Bolton. That's huge for their top six implications. And it looks like Paul Kalambai is going to be coming off. Fantastic overall game there from... Wait, no. Kalambai's not coming off. They showed him running towards the touchline, but then I don't know why Kalumbai would be coming off anyways when playing well defensively. Silly me. Yeah, it's going to be Chislett coming on as a substitute there for Zach Robinson. So we don't really have a tried and true striker now. So surely we're going to be parking the bus for the most part now. But we're not going to be playing it long, direct every single time because we don't really have someone, aside from Jack Rodoni, who can, you know, win those aerial battles as a hold-up striker. I think we might be seeing Rodoni actually playing as a makeshift striker now. Although he is around the top of the 18, marking the center mid, McKickren, off of a long throw here. Or maybe not a long throw, but a throw-in attempt coming in for MK. AFC Wimbledon are holding on to the ball right now in the stands. They're just like, oh, okay. Okay. Well, they got a ball, MK, from the other side of the pitch. Twine on the left. They switch it back. Darling. Oh, they threw it on the pitch. They actually threw it on the pitch. The referee's going to stop play because of a ball on the pitch. Oh, my God. Dude, okay, the MK fans. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's kicking off. It is kicking off right now. Here we go. The MK fans are running over. AFC Wimbledon fans running over from the middle of the stands, going all the way over. There's going to be some massive shithousery going on right now. Come on, camera, show the fucking... Nah, they're not going to show what's happening. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, plenty of, I want to... You franchise bastards, you know what you are. Yeah, it was probably about like 100 fans over for MK trying to, fight with the Wimbledon fans here. And the Wimbledon fans are just continuing with their shithousery ways. You gotta love it. The ball played into the box there by, Lewington, and that was just a scuffed clearance there from Ben Hennigan. It's going to be a corner kick here for Milton Keynes. Ooh, headed away. Not fully away, though. Miscommunication between Marsh and Lawrence, but Marsh still got the header off. Thankfully, they didn't collide heads or anything like that. Clearance has been made here. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind here. I was writing some notes. Yes, Kalumbai. Bicycle kick clearance, but not fully away here is Coventry now. I'm a little bit behind. I will get back to live soon. McKickren. All 11 men behind the ball. Here we go.
Big 12 minutes left of regulation time left now in this second half of the season. A run that has stretched back all the way to the start of December. Can Wimbledon see it through here now? Donny battling for the ball.
Oh, ball's bouncing around a little bit. Eisa, good save, Zanev. AFC Wimbledon just couldn't clear their lines. They were scrambling for a second there. I want to see what happened because Coventry played someone on the hold-up. It bounced off Rodoni. Rodoni tried to get back, though. And he, like, fell on the ball trying to draw the foul. And then he poked it, actually, which prevented Kalumbai from getting a good clearance off it. Like, Kalumbai just kind of went like, whoa, ball's coming at me. And then it went straight to the feet of Eisa. That clearance was, like, only, like, 7 yards. And Eisa got a shot off. Far post. Good save from Zanev to palm it out. But, yeah, Jack Rodoni, they're really making a mess of things. Almost preventing, or almost causing a goal there. It's a decent ball headed away by Hennigan. Lewington now he's going to put it back post. Who's there? One of the goals of the season. Absolutely. One of the best goals I've seen in a while. Lewington whips it in. Nobody's back post. I don't know where our outside back was. We tried to push up, but we pushed up too much. Where's Henry Lawrence there? All of a sudden you see Parrott back post and he just fucking drives it with the laces. He actually hits it with like the outside of his boot. Like kind of like a Kadeshma kick, sort of. And it just bounces off the underside of the crossbar. Don't believe it. Fuck! Where the fuck was Lawrence? Why? How did he have so much space? He's just so far open in the back post. If someone has enough time to take a touchdown or to volley it, that's your fault, 100%. 100%, no excuses. He had so much time just to volley it, uncontested. No header, no contested header, no, you know, nobody to get in the way to block the shot. Nope. Nope. Poor. They've defended well all game, and the one time they have a defensive lapse, they get punished. Unreal. Massive, massive, massive goal for MK. Well, more of a massive goal against Wimbledon because they're dropping 2 goals. Or 2 goals. They're dropping 2 points if the result were to stand. What's going on right now around the league? Morecambe are losing still. Fleetwood are 1-1 against Accrington. Yeah, they're now 3 points away from safety, AFC Wimbledon, as things stand. That's rough, man. And you got to look at Ben Hennigan, too. Ben Hennigan with kind of a whiffed clearance. Oh my lord. Long ball here for Eisa, headed away by Hennigan. Offside, but it looked to me like Wimbledon were going to be on the counter attack, but our referee blew it back for offside. Sam Cosgrove. Never thought. I think that's the first time this season we're seeing Sam Cosgrove as a substitute. But he's coming on nonetheless here for Paul Kalambaye. Oh boy. We're not going all or nothing per se, but to take Paul Kalambaye off. Who's going to be our third center back then? Wait a minute. If Kalambaye is coming off, who's playing as center back? Hennigan and Nightingale. Who else? Oh, we're playing a 4 in the back. Okay, we're going to be playing Lawrence and Guinness Walker. Okay. But if we're playing a 4 in the back, surely it's got to be a 4-5-1, right? Because Redoni is the only person that could play as a makeshift striker in this scenario. Well, what am I saying? Cosgrove just came on. So yeah, 4-5-1 with Cosgrove up top, I would assume. I'm actually stupid. Don't mind me. Anyway, throwing here for AFC Wimbledon to take. Headed away, not fully away. Maka tries to take a volley up. No! The volley was deflected and it fell perfectly to the back post. Who got on the header? Chislett tried to get the header in, but it was good 2 yards away from the keeper, and the keeper was able to spread himself, make himself big, and deny the opportunity. Yeah, that volley went... He hit it towards the ground, and McEachran tried to head it away, tried to get a clearance off, but it went straight at him, and it just bounced off his head straight to the back post. Oh, that was a good opportunity there for AFC Wimbledon to capitalize. Can't really blame Chislett too much. That was a good yard away from the keeper as he tried to steer it towards goal with the header. Really couldn't have done anything else there. Come on, Nightingale, see it out. Gillingham are 1-1 against Wickham. So basically the only good result right now is Morecambe losing. We're going to gain 1 point over Morecambe, and that's basically the extent of how high we're going to leapfrog above everyone else. That's the only extent to which we will. I did say that I was going to be okay with the point before this game, but it's just really rough. Now Corbino on the right here is going to be taking on Maka. Corbino with his left foot drives it. Zanet palms it out. Not a very heavy palm out, but they see it out. Advantage played as George Marsh tried to get stuck in the challenge. Yeah, they're just knocking around MK, trying to find that opportunity. Fuck, put the press. Come on, yeah, they are going for the win. They're pressing high now. You see Nesta against Walker pressing high, winning the challenge. No way! Is that a... Oh, that's not a foul by any means. Come on now. No way is that a foul! He got the ball! Nesta against Walker just came sprinting up and caught the center mid by surprise. Just got a poke on the ball, and then that's not a foul, bro. What the fuck? Maybe a substitution here for MK. It's going to be Kemp, number 17. Fleetwood got a red? Hell yeah. Here we go. Come on, Fleetwood. Or, come on, Accrington. My eye follows behind now, by the way, boys. That's not a foul at all, dude. That was not a foul at all. I'm guessing you're watching the game too? Okay. Yeah, AFC Wimbledon are fighting for this win, actually. They're not going to settle for a point. They really want this victory. And rightfully so. Hopefully they don't overcommit on the press whenever they do lose possession. Ball lumped over the top. Jack Radoni's going to be challenging for the header. Yes, Radoni. Come on, Cosgrove. Radoni! Oh. Radoni won a header over the center back, and then it first time ball back, or first time like kind of chest touch or something back over to Radoni. And Radoni just got a left-footed volley, not with enough pressure though. Get up! Get up! Not a foul. Never a foul. I'm a Morecambe fan from Belgium. I remember your comment. I do remember your comment, actually. It was fantastic, honestly. I can't say enough about it. The best trip I've taken so far, I've taken a good 7 or 8 in my lifetime. Mostly domestic. 2 of them outside the country. 1 in Mexico, 1 in the UK. Best trip I've taken so far. By far. I like the culture. I like the city life. You know, London, just so vast, man. I love the atmosphere of the games. I like the food, even though British, you know, the Brits are not known for their culinary food. I mean, they have great restaurants, but they're not known for having specific foods that people rave about, except for stuff like beans on toast, pie, and or pie and mash if you're from London. You don't really see pie and mash too frequently up north, but pie and mash, fish and, I had so much fish and chips, like almost every day, dude. And I went to different chippies and I rated them, and my favorite chippy so far would have to be Byron's, B-Y-R-N-E-S, over in Everton. I don't know if you've had that. B-Y-R-N-E-S, Byron's Fish and Chips, best one I had. Second best would probably have to be... Good question, actually. One that I had in Brighton. Oh, poor pass. Brighton, surprisingly, Brighton are not actually known for their fish and chips, even though they're a port city. They don't have too many fish and chips places, but there was one that I had that was really good. I don't remember. My favorite one in London, though, Jack the Chipper was okay, but it was a little bit oily. I don't remember, actually. Anyway, Eisa's going to be playing it to Corbin. Oh, okay. Guinness Walker's going to play it forward. Come on. Ah, McCormick just got dispossessed there by Coventry. Just took too many touches, and now it's going to be Twine here with plenty of space. Plays it out wide, Corbino. Corbino's going to take Woodyard 1v1. Nicely done, Woodyard. Good block. I will not shut up. I love my job. Well, it's not my job. It's my hobby, but I say whatever the fuck I want. UK was fantastic. Come on, boys. Twine can put a good ball in. We just gotta head this one out. Come on. Ooh. Was that a bicycle kick? Asa has... Okay, he's tried to turn and shoot, but it was blocked. Come on, Rudy. Go forward, Rudy. Hey! Got a little bit of the ball there, I think.
Into the box again, onto the chest of Woodyard, the goal scorer for Wimbledon. Woodyard now just turns away from his man, gives it to Marsh, his midfield partner. Marsh makes the clearance out the area, but there's no one there, of course. It's just...
Okay, clearance away. 4 minutes to go. Fleetwood still 1-1. Gillingham 1-1. MK and Wimbledon 1-1. Fuck. Morecambe are losing still, though, so technically it's going to be a positive result if that game remains the way it is. And Morecambe, I'm trying to look at their schedule. Now, I talked about how Fleetwood are the team that we need to look at. Now Morecambe, I think, are going to be the team to look at. They're going to be playing Charlton, Portsmouth, MK, and Sunderland. Pretty rough schedule. Pretty rough schedule for Morecambe for the last 4 games. Charlton have been on form as of late, but still mid-table. Portsmouth have kind of fallen out, still mid-table, can do well in their day. MK are pretty, pretty strong. And then Sunderland have found their footing lately. Oh, Cosgrove. It was a knockdown there from Nightingale, and Cosgrove tried to strike it with his left foot. Decent effort there from Cosgrove, just a couple yards over the bar as the ball was bouncing just ahead of him. Here's Corbino. Yeah, Corbino started off kind of meh as a substitute, but now he's really putting some pace on us and giving us some trouble, but keeper collects. Of course, Zano. we go. Ah, Chislett, what are you doing, fam? There you go, Chiz. Win it back, win it back. Ah. Chislett just tried to play Henry Lawrence, but it was a good 2 yards past him, and then he tried to recover possession, Chislett. There we go, Lawrence. Come on, boys. Stanley! Yes! Come on! Let's go, Accrington. Come on. Oh, near post. Okay. Headed away here. Come on, Stanley. Okay, so it's going to be even better. A draw is going to be fine here if we can just hold this. Twine with his right foot. Going to get a cross off as a deflected. Come on. They're going to switch it over to Corbino. Corbino has been a threat. Oh, he gets a touch around Cosgrove easily. Cosgrove just kind of dived into the challenge, but the shot way over the bar there. 45 minutes to go. Surely a draw is going to be fine here now. Good fucking shit, Stanley. Come on. I'm trying to take a look right now. Did they really? On Google, it still says 1-1. But I trust your judgment. Cosgrove's going to win the header. Sometimes Google is slow to update their shit. Maybe it was ruled back. Maybe it was ruled back somehow. Cosgrove going to win the header here. Perhaps a last opportunity here for AFC Wimbledon. Cosgrove's going to hold it up. Come on, Cosgrove. Plays Chislett. Square. Ball to the box. Cleared away, not fully away. Come on, what can you do, Cosgrove? What can you do? What? What? Full time? Why? What? Dude, Cosgrove had like 6 yards of space ahead of him. What is that about? Dude! It was a 3v3 and Cosgrove had like 5 yards of space ahead of him and he could have laid it off to McCormick. McCormick was in on goal, dude, if he could have played him. I don't believe that. I'm not going to say that's the reason why we didn't win, obviously, but... Yeah, Radoni, Nesta, and Cosgrove immediately after the whistle was blown, they swarmed the referee. The referee, as soon as the center back cleared it, not fully away, it was a very poor clearance. It was went straight to the feet of Cosgrove. As soon as he saw that, he blew the whistle without even seeing who was to his side. And he blew it. He's like, oh shit, my bad. My bad. Fuck. There's no way. That dude. That is certainly controversial right there. That is certainly controversial. But I'm not gonna fall too much on that. I'm not gonna talk too much about that. Great game. Great game. AFC Wimbledon played a fantastic game. I'm not trying to be biased here, as you know, we had maybe 1 or 2 moments where we switched off, notably the goal, and it was enough for MK to get a goal back. And then after that, you know, AFC Wimbledon had good defensive shape throughout the game, but in the last 15 or 20 minutes or so, they started to look a little bit shaky. Looked shaky in possession. Like, for example, Ethan Chislett, when he came on, he was a good influence for the first 5 or 10 minutes. But then, you know, looked a little bit shaky in possession. Sorry, I'm trying to start recording here so that I don't have to re-record my stream later on. But yeah, they started to look a little bit shaky after the goal. AFC Wimbledon. Jack Radoni, notably, before the goal, Jack Radoni was kind of made a couple of poor decisions defensively. Like, for example, the center back, Darling, he was taking a couple touches forward, and Jack Radoni was kind of standing to the side, trying to predict that the pass would be switched over, and he would try to cut it out instead of getting goal side. And then, you know, Darling took a heavy touch. He tried to sprint over and drew the foul, and it was a free kick for MK. That was kind of the start of everything. You know, 70th minute or so, MK starting to put more and more pressure, put a couple of through balls into the box, mostly seen out by the likes of Hennigan and Nightingale ever since Eisa came on as a substitute, as a striker. First few times he tried to get in behind with pace, and we saw it out. Nightingale was able to see him out on one instance. In another instance, they played a through ball over the top to Eisa, but Kalambai came back really quickly, put his body in the way, drew the foul. I think Kalambai played fantastic, by the way, defensively. Everyone did defensively for the most part. But then as the game started to go on a little bit more, MK started to find their feet a little bit more. And like I said, after the goal, we were a little bit shaky in possession, giving the ball away a couple of times, trying to play, square balls, but instead it gets played like 2 or 3 yards ahead of our man, and we give away possession, yada, yada, yada. But overall, we played a very good game. I told you guys, if we were to get a point before this one, I think it would be a good result going into the next couple games against Crewe and Fleetwood. But it certainly was in the cards. The win was certainly in the cards. And I'm going to talk about the goal that we conceded in just a moment, but I'm going to start from the beginning and work my way up. And I'm going to look at my notes here. First 5 minutes of the game, Nesta Guinness-Walker immediately making an impact. I think it was one of our best players throughout the game. The last 15 minutes kind of got beat out a little bit defensively from Corbin. Ever since he came on, he was an absolute threat. He was an issue against us in the first game. But Nesta Guinness-Walker, defensively sound for the most part. I did express my 2 cents in saying that I'd rather have him playing over Osu in a big game like this, especially with, really good front three in Parrott, Twine, and I thought Eisa would be playing, but he wasn't. But Parrott and Twine, really good on those wide areas, can get in behind at any moment. And Nesta Guinness-Walker, very, very much improved on the defensive end in terms of defensive positioning. First half, solid throughout the game. He never got beat. He was always tracking back to block the crosses. And, really did a very good job of keeping Parrott at bay. Parrott was just nowhere to be found in that first half. Second half, he worked his way into the side. But Nesta Walker, great work defensively, put a couple of really good balls in the box. He was actually taking the set pieces. He put a corner kick into the box this 3rd minute, back post, really good header, was headed away. He put a cross into the box from the left. He put a good ball into the box from the free kick. I'd say out of the 6 or 7 crosses he put into the box, 5 or 6 of them were put with very good pace and around the back post area. Also, Zach Robinson was fantastic, man. He's really, really shined lately. Very good in the air, winning headers, and even got the better of the physicality a couple times against Lewington. He actually won a header against Lewington in a throw-in the first half, where Jack Rodoni just let the ball roll past him. He faked one way and went the other, and drew the foul from McKickren. And then the free kick that followed, I think, was headed away, so nothing came of that free kick. But yeah, great work from Robinson. He won that, and he also had a moment where he had the center back Darling off of a goal kick from Zanev. Darling tried to win it over him physically, and then it was chest height, and he tried to kick it from behind Zach Robinson. Jack Robinson just chested it, and the player fell on his ass. He took a turn, took a couple touches forward, and tried to take a shot towards goal, which was just a couple yards wide. I think that was his only shot throughout the game, Zach Robinson, but he did a very good job of holding the ball up, and I really like what I saw from him. He did come off early because of a hamstring problem. He came off for Chislett, who I think wasn't really the best today, Chislett, but he did find himself with an opportunity after there was a shot. This is about the 78th minute after it was already 1-1. It was a shot towards goal by I don't remember who it was. I don't remember if it was. I think it was McCormick actually, and it deflected off the center back or center mid actually, and Chislett tried to nod it towards goal. He's about a yard away from the keeper on that back post. Keeper made himself big. Good save from him, to be fair. Chislett couldn't have done much there, but I think that was the only real impact that Chislett made. But overall, we played very good, going back a little bit further as well. The goal in the 18th minute from AFC Wimbledon, it was a header, not fully away. Woodyard putting it with enough pace to make it difficult for MK Dons, and it deflected. Partial deflection took a little bit of sting off the ball, but it redirected enough to where the keeper didn't know what to do, rooted to the spot. Alex Woodyard gets on the score sheet, rare goal from him. And, after that, the first half, damn near flawless. Very good defensive shape. And we knew when to press. We didn't press blindly like we did under Mark Robinson. There were a couple challenges being made by Henry Lawrence. George Marsh was fantastic. He was good at reading when and when not to press, and he made a couple of very good challenges, got stuck in. Woodyard got stuck in a couple of challenges as well. I think we played fantastic in the first half. Second half kind of fell out a little bit. I think we did enough to win, personally. I'm not trying to say this in a biased manner. I'm trying to look at this as objectively as possible. I still think we did enough to win. But a draw is a good result. Fleetwood lost their game. In the last minute, they got a red card. They conceded a last-minute goal against Accrington. Gillingham 1-1. Morecambe lost 2-1 to Cambridge. They equalized, and then they conceded right after. So it's a good result. It's a very good result. I'm back on the positivity train, and I really do think that the Mark Bowen signing has worked wonders for us so far. And I think we're playing a lot better under Mark Bowen. Defensively, mainly, I think our shape has been a lot better, and I think we're a lot more disciplined. On the attacking side of things, I think not much has changed, aside from the fact that I think we're a little bit more positive on the ball, and we're a little bit more confident in that final third. Off-the-ball movement, by the way, was fantastic from AFC Wimbledon. Off-the-ball movement was great. Asal was good off the ball. Jack Rodoni didn't really have many opportunities to go off the ball because he was on the ball a lot. I think on the ball he was okay. But, a lot of off-the-ball movement from Zach Robinson as well. Paul Kalambayi, a couple of moments where he came up from the center-back position and we were able to cover the space. The likes of Marsh and Woodyard were able to fill that gap. And that ties into the idea that we have been defending with a lot more solidity and discipline. And I think if we keep playing the way we are playing, I think we will have enough in the tank to stay up. And that being said, I'm going to be looking at some of the Facebook comments. I haven't done that in a bit, so I'm going to be doing that here. So for those of you, I'm just going to be, looking at comments and whatnot. This is going to be going straight to my YouTube, straight to my uploads, to my post-match analysis. Okay, first of all, we got... Wait, hold on. Trying to screenshot and shit. Okay, so first of all, we got a popular figure here, Tom Davies. Thought it was a great game, to be honest, but why are our players hugging them at the end of the game? Just thank the fans and walk away. No need to talk to them. Referring to MK, obviously. Yes, I'm particular. Cosgrove, who shook nearly every scum hand. Oh my god. Okay, so that's not necessarily a comment about the game itself, but yeah, just wanted to add that in there. Lawrence Hamilton, say what you want about the result. Bowen ball is keeping us up and should have been done ages ago. A mansion in Bermuda, a Pontiac that talks, space shuttle on board jacuzzi. Whatever this man wants, fucking give it to him. I gotta say, man, who knew that signing a manager with 6 games to go would have, or 8 games to go, would have this much of an impact? I was wrong, okay? I stand corrected. I've been wrong on a few occasions. I try to put my 2 cents in and try to put my opinion in on several things. I was wrong. We should have sacked Robbo earlier. Obviously, looking back on hindsight is one thing, right? It's one thing to look back on hindsight. But, when we were 15, 16, 17 games undefeated, that was a huge red flag in itself, right? And I was saying how if we were to sack Robinson, who would we find, right? And Lee Finch on the Wombles Had a Dream podcast really just kind of opened my eyes a little bit by saying you're never going to know who's going to sign up for the job unless you actually sack, right? And that was the case under Wally Downs, right? Neil Ardley, fantastic manager throughout his tenure, but started to fall out a little bit, started to become a little stubborn, and we picked up Wally Downs. He kept us up, right? I was wrong. I did end up turning towards the Robbo out train a little bit too late, though. It was after the Cambridge game. That's where I'm like, okay, no, fuck it, Robbo out. That's it, Robbo out. But fantastic. I think the Bowen signing has been fantastic. A few people have doubted him. Most people were excited. A couple of people doubted him. They were like, okay, he doesn't really have too much first-team experience. He's been an assistant manager under Mark Hughes for how long now? But he's only ever managed Reading. But you got to keep in mind, he actually took Reading from the relegation zone, got him out of the relegation zone. So he knows how to get a team out of the shit. And gotta say, Mark Bowen, fantastic. Hold on, let me look at more comments here for a second. refresh the page. This is an interesting take. Okay. David Walte. Sitting back on a 1-0 lead again. Always going to be punished. Before I look at the comments, I'm going to say this. Yes, we sat back on a 1-0 lead. But the thing is, goals don't come often for us, right? We don't have a tried and true goal scorer. Although I think Zach Robinson is starting to work his way into the side. Not a prolific goal scorer by any means. But he is one to create chances and to create chances for others. But we don't get goals often, right? And against a team like MK, we defended well in the first half. And against a team like MK, who are so strong, at any moment they could just attack it and just, you know, we kind of have to, right? I mean, we weren't sitting back the whole time per se. We weren't parking the bus. But we were sitting back, right? We had a very low line, and I think, you know, it wasn't the right move to continue to try to attack and to try to get a second goal. I think sitting back was the right option. I just think in the end we switched off, right? We did switch off. So now let me look at the comments. We've got to learn to score and keep scoring. Still in with a chance of staying up, but don't hold your breath. Oh, well, this is during the game. Ian Pollock. Any team that relies on Cosgrove is doomed. It will always be playing like... It will always be like playing with 10 men. Lawrence Hamilton. I don't know what game you were watching. We were still very much in the fight. Yeah, we were sitting back, but we weren't parking the bus. We still, you know, pressed when we needed to press. We still dispossessed MK on a couple of occasions where they took a heavy touch, and we were on the counter. We didn't take too big of an advantage on our counterattacks, but we were still very much in it. If we can walk all over them like that for 80 minutes, Accrington and Fleetwood will be child's play, and Wickham will at least be plausible. Paul Dunn. How often do we get to sit back in a lead? Thought we played well, and a few weeks ago they'd have slaughtered us. Shame we couldn't hold out, but funny old game. Nathan Andrews. We weren't sitting back. They keep the ball for fun. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, MK were just possessing just for the sake of possessing in that first half. Second half, they started to be a little bit more confident on the ball, but you can't really do much against a team that possesses like that. If we high press a team like that, they're going to punish us 100%. They're going to play rings around us. So I think we did enough. We just switched off. Yeah, I think that'll be it for the comments, actually. I'm going to make it short and sweet. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this game. I mean, very, very positive result, right? Well, not very, considering that we gave away a goal towards the end that we switched off. But considering the stakes, considering MK were second in the league, and that people were talking, even AFC Wimbledon fans were very apprehensive about it. They're like, oh, we're going to get steamrolled, right? And MK were just talking mad shit. They're like, can't wait to relegate you this weekend, you know, stuff like that. Decent result. Could have been a win. I think we just did barely enough to deserve a win. But it was enough. It was enough. And it's a decent result, especially considering Fleetwood and Morecambe, respectively, both lost their games. Morecambe have a tough schedule ahead of them. Like I said, they have their last 4 games. It was Charlton, Portsmouth, MK, and Sunderland. And we have Crewe, Fleetwood, and then our last 2 games. I think Accrington's our last one. I don't remember the other game. But we definitely have a better schedule than Morecambe, and we will play against Fleetwood. If we win against Crewe and we get a draw against Fleetwood, I think we stay up. A win against Fleetwood would certainly, a win against Crewe and Fleetwood would keep us up 100%, no doubt in my mind. But considering Fleetwood's schedule, if we get 4 points out of our next 2 games, I should say if we get 3 points against Fleetwood and we draw against Crewe, a draw against Crewe will be very frustrating because we should win that one. If we get 4 points, we will stay up if the win is against Fleetwood. If we get 4 points but the win is against Crewe, I think 90% chance we stay up. So let's just get 4 points out of this next 6. Let's get after it, boys. See you guys on the next one. Stay awesome. Peace.